Yo, what up, YouTubers? Don't forget to subscribe. Click the thing, check it out. Oh, today we're working on mixing and Logic.
This is my boot, and
Looks like a welly.
well, I don't know what it is. What it is, but I think there's basically 4 types of boots.
Now you're off camera, dear.
I would say.
No,
There you
it's
go,
one.
there you go. Okay, there you are. Now
Alright,
you're good.
alright.
You're good, you're good.
I think you got your walking boot, maybe, your riding boot, your dancing boot, and this is the 4th type. It's and these boots have unplugged sewers in 3 states: Washington, California, and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amen.
And that's my story.
Yeah.
So if you like to pass it around, I haven't actually cleaned these boots for tonight. There, do you want to?
I don't.
You're good.
It's time, everyone. Listen. I'm Jourdan,
Hi,
and
Jourdan.
I didn't know about Red Wing not too long ago, but I have a friend here, the boyfriend, and he told me about them, and he was a big fan of Red Wing, and so he's like, Jourdan, and like right when we kind of started dating, he was like, in October, can I talk about October? In October, like it was like 9 months away, and he's like, I don't know, but if we're still together, I mean, Red Wing boot sale in October, and I was like, totally, we can talk about the future. That would be awesome. And so like,
You know, boots. Talk about
yeah, we're
boots.
just
That's
talking
kind of intimate.
and so we went down a week before the sale to scope it out because I had never tried them on before.
Choreography.
Just were you,
Should have done that. Good evening,
good day.
fellow feet. My name is Benjamin. It's a pleasure to be invited to this party. These are 3 things that I think are super cool, although I don't drink beer and I need a lot of Beano to eat beans. But boots are my favorite. So I brought my Red Wing Picos, which are the same as Steve's. Steve has the real deal classic, like vintage ones, but these are like an exact reproduction of the original Picos that Red Wing made in the early 1900s, and they were called a rancher boot because this was the work boot. Like laces were cumbersome and more expensive because you need new laces. So these are what ranchers used, and you didn't need as much tread, and they would just get muddy. And oftentimes the original ones were made as just raw, untreated suede because it was less expensive, and people weren't into style; they just needed boots, and so they would get filthy as opposed to getting like nice treated ones and things.
These are. They look like Doug's boots, but they're not Doug's boots.
But they're the same. They're awesome.
They look the same.
Are they the same then?
They are the same.
No.
Look at them.
These are old Red Wing Picos.
Yeah.
That's like that's what they're called, I guess. But I didn't know that until I met Ben.
Like Pecos?
Pecos or Picos, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm an 8.5 in some of the other models. So anyway, what also had happened is that we went down as a group of friends. Brian and Ben and I and a couple others, or probably too many of us piled into like an Oldsmobile, and it was sort of dangerous. And we
revolve around what I do every year is I take a pilgrimage and I take a whole team down to Red Wing during their boot sale in October, where they open up the factory and like they have this and they sell them for like 75% off, all the factory seconds, and then you can get new ones. And I've gone 4 years in a row now, and I buy multiple pairs, and it gets excessive, but I think they're just the best. And I brought Steve down, and Jourdan, and Brian, a bunch of other friends, as well as I recently played in Red Wing, a theater show at the Sheldon Theater, and a bunch of my friends from New York City were in town playing in that show, and so we went to the boot store, and they all bought boots, and which was super cool to share that with them. And so we go down, we get there right when they open at 9 on the Thursday, and we load up on boots.
My first tattoo is of this boot on my back.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. It's the ultimate boot story. It's the ultimate boot story.
should say this tattoo is not super professionally done.
Back alley tattoo.
My buddy Derek did it.
Oh no!
He does it like
Stick poke.
style.
Oh!
So
He learned it in prison, didn't he?
That's the greatest boot story.
And that then inspired me, like, to look past the price of these things and just to the products and the things and the garments that I really loved and that I really wanted the story about. And that allowed me to get into jeans and button-up shirts and hats and all these brands, which inspired me to start my clothing line, which is called Dinosaur Hampton, which I'm currently building and is a painstakingly slow and difficult, frustrating, challenging, fun process. But
Tell us the name again.
Dinosaur Hampton.
Dinosaur Hampton.
Yep. And
So then part 2 is that a few days later, I left for Europe with Haley Bonner and went on tour with her all across Europe. And I had this really brilliant idea that I was like, I'm going to force myself to break in my boots. And so I literally brought this pair of boots with me on tour to Europe for 3 weeks. And one other pair of shoes that was a pair of heels that I only wore on stage. And like, I spent a lot of time wearing these shoes all over Europe, and I had a lot of pain while I was there. But I think that they're good now. I think they're pretty broken in. But they saw Stonehenge with their little eyelets.
I see with my little eyelid.
Yeah, with the little eyelets, socks. And that was the only thing we saw.
I was in Iowa visiting my family on the farm maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And before we were heading home for the weekend, my aunt, she was like, hey, Mark and Steve, come here, let's check out these boots. My brother gave these to me. And we both tried them on. We both have wanted these boots, this specific style of boot, for a long time. It didn't fit Mark, they fit me. And then, so I ended up with them. And then, yeah, just been lucky enough to have them. And actually, a month ago, I went to a thrift store and found the exact pair of boots in the exact size. So now I don't wear these, I just leave them at home. Wear my other ones.
Now I
So,
have 2 pairs.
now I have 2 pairs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
woo!